Hi, I'm so glad you're here today. I want to share a story with you, a story of how I welcomed in my king, how I was able to receive my king, my divine partner. I have a long story of overcoming abuse, of overcoming mind traps, beliefs that held me back, and my journey of becoming myself. And in that journey, I learned how to surrender to that divine energy that leads us, that divine energy of the masculine and the feminine, even within myself, how to cultivate good thoughts about myself. And as I continued on my journey, some people had to fall down away from my journey. And one of them was the old me. I always say that, yeah, I was abused, but the worst abuser was myself because I would put myself in situations that weren't good for me. And along my journey, I learned how to love myself. I learned the lessons. I learned techniques. I learned how to release. And these are things I teach people all the time. And so I was helping people in their relationships and their businesses and stuff. And meanwhile, I was on my own journey. And so when I found myself at the end of my second marriage, and we had just grown apart, and there was just it was either stop growing or continue on my own journey. And I'm only in control of myself, right? So I continued on my own journey just to see, for one, I love myself, but also to see where it's going to take me. I'm still on that journey. And so what happened was is I went on a little walkabout there for a few months, really diving deep into who I am and healing from past traumas, healing from thoughts that was holding me back. And I ended up coming back new and improved, if you will, the actual me. And I was wondering, like, is this ever going to happen? This relationship I have in my head, is this ever going to happen? What I'm able to do for other people, clean them up and clean up their toxic thoughts, clean up their toxic beliefs, and then they're able to go out and get relationships of their dreams. And then it happened for me. And you see, what I always teach people is work on you, become the best you can be, and whatever is for you will find you. Well, think about that, because you can't control somebody else. You can't control situations, right? The only thing you can control is yourself and what you think, okay? Who you are. And I applied this to myself, of course, because I'm my own best guinea pig, if you will. you know. And of course I was healing myself. That's how I learned all this stuff. And so when I had come back from my walkabout, I call it, and was still on my journey, I do retreats, and we had a retreat coming up. My partner and I had a retreat coming up in Mexico. And there was a guy that I had met years ago during a past life regression hypnotherapy training. And he messaged me because he wanted to be on this retreat. And so I said, yeah, it'd be perfect for you, right? And so we jumped on a call together and we were catching up with each other. And then he asked me, oh, look at that. There's a fly. You got to love fall. Hey, the flies are all coming in. So, anyways, he had wanted to be on this retreat. He was wanting to catch up with me. And when it was my turn to share what was going on in my life, I said that I was going through divorce. And he said, you're getting divorced. And I said, yes. And he said, you're single. And I said, yes. And he said, you are single? And I said, yes. And I thought, weird. Anyways, we started talking and we got talking more and more. And that was in October of last year, of 2022. And we started talking more and more, and our friendship developed deeper and deeper. And then we went on our first date in December. Now, I was concerned because our retreat was in the end of January, the last week of January, and the first week of February. And I didn't want to ruin the retreat for him. And I, as a facilitator, I'm not going to date somebody who's in the retreat. But my partner, my business partner, my soul brother, he said to me, he said, maybe that's part of the retreat for him, and maybe that's part of the retreat for you. It is a journey. It's not just a retreat where we run away from our lives or anything. It's a journey. It's an awakening journey. And so he said, maybe that's part of it for you too. So I decided to completely surrender into the divine. I decided to drop what I was thinking, and just let whatever be, and there's that saying that whatever is for you will find you, and I believe that with wholeheartedly. I've seen it time and again. And so as we got prepared for the retreat, um, my my boyfriend now, we had a couple more dates, and then we like to joke around that the retreat was our third date. And so I facilitated the retreat. He was a participant in it. During after hours, we would hang out, and get closer and keep talking and stuff. And then we spent a week together in Mexico afterwards, just chilling out, having some downtime after the retreat, getting to know each other better. And then we just started to grow together more and more. And it's not that I didn't feel fear. I sometimes the fear came up in me that, can I do this? Will this work out? And the old wounds would come up. But I would use the release methods. I would release that fear and just stick and surrender to the divine. You know, what is it? What makes me feel good? What makes my nervous system calm? And I would flow into those feminine feelings and just go with it. Okay, I would surrender into that. And pretty soon we were seeing each other like every week. And of course, we were talking every day. And it just grew and grew and grew. And when things came up between us, it was easy because we both would surrender into it and move forward. Our commitment was to moving forward both individually in our own healing and our own relationship. And we would put aside and release and talk about what was coming up, for us in the relationship, being fears or, what had happened in the past, not between us, but between us and others. We didn't want to repeat these same mistakes, right? So this was so healing to be able to speak with somebody, who got it. I remember I'd made a list of the perfect man for me, and it was, I don't know, like 40 things long. And one of the things was he's healed and he heals as things come up. You see, because that's what I do, is I've done a lot of healing on myself. I've done a lot of releasing. And as things come up, I examine them, find out where are they coming from? Is it coming from something that is trying to stop me, something that I don't want in my life? And I would release that and keep moving forward. And so would he. And now we are having the relationship we've both wanted our whole lives. And when I say I welcomed in my king, I didn't call him in. He came in because my energy was receptive, because my energy was ready, because I was ready, because I was ready for this relationship. This fly is ready to get out of here, I'm telling you. I know what I'm doing after this video. I'm going to find this fly and yeah, get him out of this room. Anyways, so I welcomed in my king. And I call him my king because he is definitely king energy, and he treats me so well and treats me as his queen. He holds space for me. He's got such a presence, and I can just be me, I have my rough days, I have my fun days, or moments even, and I can just be me, and he helps me to be more me than I've ever been me before. I had to get into relationship at this point in my journey in order to put into practice everything that I had learned. Not to mention, I just truly believe we're meant to be in relationship. It's how we grow, it's how we experience life, it's how we experience love. And I just want to say that welcoming in that energy that started off initially with me surrendering to myself, surrendering my pain, surrendering my beliefs that weren't working for me, surrendering all that stuff enabled me to be able to receive. And I began to receive, you know, not just from my boyfriend who is now my king, but also from other areas in my life. And it's just become deeper and deeper and deeper as I go along this journey of just receiving. And so I wanted to share this story with you today because it's so powerful to just let go, to just receive, to surrender that which is holding you back. Let's fly. Oh my goodness. So, this journey has been a lot of fun. It's been scary at times, and like I said, I just fall back. I fall back into that divine energy and feel into it and what is true and what isn't true. And when I look into that, I come out stronger. I come out stronger because the fears were holding me back. They were holding me back and holding me down, and I don't want that. I don't want to be held back, right? And so now I have this wonderful man in my life, and we're building an empire, right? Actually, we're building several empires, but we're building a life together, and we're each our own individuals on our own healing journey, but we come together and we make the most beautiful healing journey there is. And I just think that's cool how the sun's coming out stronger now as I say that. I don't know if you can see that, but I can see it on my screen and I can feel it. So it's beautiful. Go on your healing journey. Get a really good look at yourself of where things are coming from and release that which no longer serves you and it possibly never did serve you. Being in these fears that I had before kept me picking the same partner before years ago. And then I went healed more and then same thing, we attract what vibration we're at, right? And so be okay with if something's over and if it's not for you anymore, surrender into that because there's so much more waiting for you. I I am just astounded at the amount of literally unconditional love that is being given to me, not only from divine, but from who was brought into my life, my king. I could have never called that in. I tried the dating sites. I tried everything and it wasn't working. He had to come find me. He had to come be attracted to my vibration. And so mine happened that way. Yours might happen a different way. Maybe yours comes in through a dating site. I mean, that's the way we meet online nowadays, right? Maybe you meet him in the grocery store or something or maybe you meet her when you're getting your tire fixed. You just don't know. Become the person that you want to be in that relationship. Become the person that you want to be. Become the person that you are, and love yourself because that is what is so rewarding and important is to be us. And in that we find our peace and we find our love and he found me. So and I received him. So and I continue to every day and I love it. So hopefully this inspired you. And there'll be more videos upcoming. We're going to do some together about our journeys and stuff. And so I welcome you to subscribe to this channel and to look for updates. All right. So you have yourself a great day. I believe in you.